What's going on, guys? It's Rahman. Welcome back to another episode of NBA Kicks. Before we get started with today's episode, I have a pretty big announcement. As you guys already know, we did a charity fundraiser for the Souls for Souls charity last week, and I'm happy to announce that we raised over $3,000 for Souls for Souls, which is absolutely incredible. I thought when we started this, like maybe 1,000, if we're lucky 2,000, so 3,000 is incredible again. So thank you to everyone who donated, shared the link, or even just checked out the fundraisers. I mean, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much. I have a list of winners who won those prizes. So this is very exciting. Can we get a drum roll, please? Megan Nicole, Ryan Silva, Jen Williams, and Adam Yoshi, congratulations. You have each won a prize, and we have contacted you through email on how to claim it. And I am actually getting rid of these cement 4s, these Wade leanings, these LeBron 10s, as well as these Rose 3s. So if you wanted to figure out how to get your hands on either of these pairs and more, stay tuned for the rest of the video to check out our sponsor, Poshmark. Starting off the list at number 10, we have Cody Zeller with the Jordan Superfly MVP. Now, a few weeks ago, Cody Zeller had a custom colorway of the same sneaker that honored his former teammate Kemba Walker with messages from kids who Kemba personally mentored during his time in Charlotte. It looks like Cody is continuing that theme here with this pair that literally has the names of a handful of kids scattered throughout the silhouette, which is honestly pretty cool despite these being a pretty straightforward design. But if you can't appreciate the fact that Cody gave every single one of these kids an awesome moment that they're probably going to remember for the rest of their lives, maybe you need your name on a pair of NBA players' kicks so then you can appreciate it. I know I would. Next up at number 9, we have Bam Adebayo with a custom colorway of the Air Jordan 11. Bam is back at it again with yet another custom colorway of the iconic Air Jordan 11 silhouette, but this time Bam shouts out Mama Duke, whoever that is, with some birthday wishes on the right shoe, while the left shoe has the Miami Heat mascot Bernie, who's throwing up the deuces next to a 55-mile-per-hour speed limit sign. Why he's standing next to that sign, I have no idea, but it is a custom sneaker, it is unique, and it matches the Heat's new Vice City uniforms. Oh, and did you know that the Heat's mascot name is Bernie, like burn as in you get burned by something super duper hot? Yeah, it's kind of corny, but also kind of cool. Next up at number 8, we have Nikola Jokic with a player exclusive colorway of the Nike Hyperdunk X. Jokic busts out a new player exclusive colorway of the latest Hyperdunk model that in my opinion looks absolutely stellar on the court. Using a two-tone black and gray look, this colorway is accented by a gradient swoosh as well as a blue inner lining, plus on the heel you have some special emblems that I'm assuming means something to Jokic, but the real star of the show here is how that gradient swoosh pops right off of the sneaker since it sits on top of a black base. Other than that, not much needs to be said about these. It's just a clean colorway that stood out to me on the court, and that's why you're seeing them on this week's list. Coming in at number 7, we have Kyle Korver with a new colorway of the Nike Zoom Freak 1. Now this sneaker is making the list because it reminds me of the good old days where when a signature sneaker would drop, it would drop in whatever team colors that player played for. These days, signature sneakers usually drop in a boring black and white colorway that remains neutral but lacks imagination, and the colorway that Kyle Korver rocked of his teammate's signature sneaker is exactly the type of colorway we used to get on launch day. The cream upper, white midsole, green accents, and black swoosh to round things out all sit on top of a beautiful gum bottom to make what I think is one of the best colorways of the Freak ones that we've seen yet, and the fact that it came from Kyle Korver is surprising to say the least. Next up at number 6, we have Langston Galloway with a custom colorway of the LG92 from Q4 Sports. Okay, so in my last video, you guys were kind of complaining about Langston and how his formula of slapping some of his favorite cartoons on his signature sneaker is getting repetitive. And I get where you guys are coming from, but just think about it, guys. I mean, Langston pretty much wears a brand new sneaker every single night, and that kind of output is just crazy, and it should be rewarded. So as long as he keeps putting out new colorways, I'm gonna keep putting him on NBA Kicks. His latest custom is inspired by the show Angry Beavers, which I did actually watch growing up as a kid. So I'm loving how he uses the wood-like graphic on the midsole that goes absolutely perfect with the teal upper, as well as of course the photoreal artwork that looks just like the show. Langston also wore these Harry and Lloyd customs last week as well, but I actually prefer the Angry Beavers pair. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Alright, so before we get to our top 5 sneakers of the week, like I said, I'm getting rid of these sneakers with the help from our sponsor for today's video, Poshmark. Now, I've been using Poshmark for a couple of years now, and I'm absolutely loving the experience. What Poshmark is it allows you to sell anything from your closet, and they just make it super easy to sell something. If you post something on your closet, it's going to show you exactly how much money you're going to earn. And when someone buys something from your closet, Poshmark already has a shipping label ready for you. And all you gotta do is package whatever you sold, go to the post office, drop it off, and boom. It's that easy to earn money for stuff you're not even going to use anyway. And I'm still selling stuff on Poshmark. I've been doing so for quite a while now, and I'm loving it. So if you're interested in picking any of these pairs up, go ahead and check out my closet by downloading the Poshmark app with the link in the description box below. And I also just want you guys to know that whenever I sell something on Poshmark, I always throw in a couple of free items in the box as well with no extra charge. So really guys, check out all the amazing deals that you can find on Poshmark with the app by downloading it with the link in the description box below. Next up at number 5, we have Blake Griffin with another PE of the Air Jordan 34. Jordan Brand hooks Blake up with an exclusive colorway of the Air Jordan 34, which is clearly inspired by the iconic show The Office. Not only do you have a Dunder Mifflin colorway with tones of gray and blue, but you also have an Office logo on the back heel with a little basketball twist, as well as Blake's name in the Office font on the other heel. The details of this colorway are pretty crazy as well, with a bandana graphic on the inner lining inspired by Prison Mike, as well as a duct tape graphic on the heel, which looks like it's holding it into place, which is just perfect for a sneaker which is inspired by the People Persons Paper People. Coming in at number 4, we have Russell Westbrook with another PE of the Jordan Why Not 0.2 SE. Russell Westbrook rocked a pair of TNT inspired colorways of the SE version of his second signature model, and while the bright crimson pair with Volt hits is personally my favorite, the brown pair is special because Russ gave these to a lucky fan who had a sign saying that Russ is his hero. I don't know about you guys, but I just love seeing stuff like this because it just shows us how good of a guy Russ is, because that kid wasn't even a Rockets fan. He was a Raptor fan, but Russ still hooked him up with a pair of game-worn kicks, which I'm sure that kid will cherish for a very, very long time. Next up at number 3, we have Devin Booker with a PE of the Nike Kobe 4 Pro Tro. Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns have kind of been surprising this season since they currently sit 8th in the Western Conference, and the pair of Pro Tros that Book wore against the Pelicans are just as surprising. Using a white base alongside a purple swoosh as well as light orange hints on the inner lining and midsole, this colorway is pretty simple, but the faded shade of orange give these a unique look that in my opinion is just flat out clean, and in an era where louder is better, these are honestly a nice change of pace. But I want to hear from you guys. Are the Suns really going to make the playoffs?
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me?
Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Coming in as our runner-up, we have Gary Harris with another colorway of the Nike Kobe 4 Pro Tro. Gary Harris beats out Devin Booker for the best Pro Tro of the week with these super clean Kobe 4s that have a little bit of everything. I can't tell if that base is matte black or navy, but either way, it's a killer look. And the Mile High City graphic on the upper behind the swoosh is an awesome way to show off some team spirit. And Gary personalizes this pair with his number on the forefoot as well. It would be interesting to see how these would look with a matte black midsole instead of a white one, but as they sit right now, it's still a pretty clean colorway. Finally, at number 1, we have Royce ONeal with a custom colorway of the Nike Kyrie Low 2. Royce ONeal takes the number 1 spot for the second week in a row, thanks to these awesome Iron Man customs of the Kyrie Low 2, which uses the classic red and gold color scheme that goes perfect with this silhouette, but Customizer Andrew TL goes the extra mile here by adding a glowing blue swoosh inspired by the arc reactor in Tony's chest, as well as some extra shading on the midsole, which just elevates this custom to an even higher level, leaving me with no choice but to crown them as the best sneaker worn in the NBA during week 7 of the 2019-20 NBA season. If you guys enjoyed this week's episode of NBA Kicks, please drop this video a like so we can make this series as big as it could possibly be. And don't forget to download the Poshmark app with the link in the description box below. I got a lot of great stuff in my closet, so definitely check that out. Again, guys, my name's Darren. It's Brigade having you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.